upgrading door speakers on the 2017 Tacoma. So the kicker kit, plug and play kit from Trails Grid Pro. So first off, we're gonna remove this trim piece up here. Use this little bad boy right here. Stick it in. Should be 3 clips. This piece off, you're gonna get those 3 clips, and you're gonna put them onto here. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna go ahead, put the clips in. It's kind of hard to record and do this with one hand, but I'm trying to make it work. Cool. Next step is you take this off. Just press on it into this, and that should come off. Boom, fell down when you pick it up real quick. Found it. So yeah, you just push it in, and then this goes inside, and then you just pull it out with your fingernail, or you can use your little trim tool. So next step is right here. You're gonna use your tool to get that out. And you gotta pull the handle too, so you can get in there. After that, see it's removed, easy money. You take this out with the Phillips, and then you're gonna have another Phillips down there. Cool. So both Phillips have been removed. Now the next step, you gotta take this guy off. Pro tip, you might have to use a screwdriver here instead of your Phillips drill, once you get a long tip. So now we're gonna take this bad boy using this tool. You notice it's easier to start in the front, and just simply pry your way up. Okay, took it off. You have one plug, so I already took that off, and the second plug. I'm gonna put my phone down because it's kind of hard to record and do it, but it's pretty easy. I have a little, so on this plug you just press on this. Press on this button and pull. Okay, one thing I noticed, the driver's side is a little bit more difficult, same as the passenger, where it has 2 plugs, but the plugs are a little bit different. The passenger side has clips where you just barely press on this and you're able to pop it out. This one's a little bit more bulkier, which was a little bit more rougher to push out. A little tip I suggest, just use the other end of this tool, press down and push up, and that seems to do the trick. Alright, next step is going to be kind of violent. I like to put my hand down here where the speaker is at. So bear with me on this here. And then push up. Just like that. Let's get started recording. Easy money. Set this down. Now our next step is you disconnect the speaker down here. You see? Plug. I'm going to disconnect this. I'm just going to press on the tab. Easy money, not too bad. Now, this is a 10mm if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Use this bad boy. I'm starting to work a lot faster now. Now I got my wife helping me record this for the truck. Boom. Look how flimsy this is. Stock speakers. I'm about to show you we're gonna put on the kickers. So this is a little template. Put it on. Just gotta line up the holes. Easy money to the green tabs, and then you put the screws that you took off. So here's the kicker. Beautiful speaker. Way different than the stock. Way better quality. So this plug and play kit, it's gonna make it nice and easy. So pretty much you got two connections, a big connection and a smaller connection. So big, small, self-explanatory. Here's the plug. There it is. And just slide it in. Boom. We set the speaker down for a sec. Now you're in position. Go ahead and undo this part. Little pro tip before I hook this up. Supply screws I gave you, I would go ahead and start at least one, so you don't have to be holding the speaker so much. So it could just sit on the screw. So you got 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, go ahead and cut. So now that we got this all hooked up, see this cutout? That's where your wires can go through. You can drop that in there. It's gonna sit somewhere like that. Like I said earlier, let it sit right there. Now you don't have to hold the speaker. And we are going to pull this wire up, the speaker wire. Boom. Sit like that. Give it a little bit of slack. So the plug kind of sits somewhere around there. Now, go ahead and put the remaining screws. Pro tip when you're doing this, I recommend using just a screwdriver instead of your drill, because if you slip and you hit the speaker, then bye speaker. So just FYI, unless you feel confident that you will not slip, up to you. I am not responsible if you fuck up your speaker. Excuse my language. Cut. Alright, so we got all the screws in place. Now looks good so far. Give myself a little slack, let it rest around here. Now let's pair the door assembly back together. So, gonna run this guy through here. You cut it. So we put this back in. Boom. And start from the top. That's 6. That way you know you're lined. Come over here. See the hole, the Phillips hole? Put my finger out so you know you're aligned, and just slowly put it back together. Easy money. Okay, the next step is you put the Phillips. This is the longer one. Goes on top. Cool. Now I'm going to put this stubby one in there. Use my screwdriver. Cool. And the wires. Now we're gonna plug this bad boy. Plug this going in. Okay. So just pretty much just look at the pin connectors, make sure they're lined up. So big guy goes here. There we go. Cool. Slip right in. Little guy goes in here. Cool. Just drops in. Cool, easy money. So this guy, pretty much just pull this back. I just took the pin out. This is already in. So this is the next step. Put this guy here and line it up. And then this will lock it in place. Boom. There, done. Put the clips on there. So 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's sit. Boom. Done. Goes in here. So front doors are same shit. Now for the back ones. Only difference is the pillar is a little bit different. You just pop that out and just repeat the same process. Now we're gonna install these tweeters. Plug and play kit. This connects to your factory connector in the truck, and then this plugs in the back of the tweeters. So these are the adapters. I'll show you once we get there how to install them. All you're gonna need is a 10mm wrench, a little trim tool, and the fancy 10mm socket with your ratchet, or if you have one of these bad boys. Let's get this going. Alright, first we're gonna get into this door handle right here. We're doing the passenger side. This is gonna be the same steps for the passenger and the driver's side. So I'm just gonna do one on video just so I can show you guys. Here's the trim tool we're gonna use for here. So go ahead and stick your trim tool in there. Popped out, then we got a 10mm socket that goes in there. Same thing down here. Okay. So then we're gonna go with our handy dandy 10mm. Okay. And then we can snap this off too with the trim tool. Boom, just like that. And then this should pop out. Boom. So there's two little tabs, slide down, and then this tab. So it's part of the. Because if you were to skip this step and went ahead and try to take this piece out, you're not gonna be able to because of this little tab here. So that's why we have to remove this. So set this down. Same deal. So our trim tool. Now we have this off. Next step, 10mm. The reason I took out a 10mm wrench, box end wrench. So if you have a ratcheting, it'll be a little bit easier, but so you get to the one over here. So I'm gonna start there with the harder one. Yeah, I'm gonna try something. Try to use a swivel, an extension, see if I can get in there that way. Oh, now we're gonna hit the window when I come up, so that's probably not a good idea. It's worth a try. So once you break torque, a couple more turns, then we can go ahead and do it by hand. Cool. That's out. Two. Go ahead and pop this out. So now that we got the two 10mm sockets that we're holding this together, the next step is to disconnect it from the factory wiring harness, which is going to be right here. It should have a little tab that you just press down and pull. Just like that. Now we got the tweeter out. Next step is you open up. You get so these two adapters. One's bigger, one's smaller. The bigger one goes in the bottom, just like this. And the top one, the smaller one goes on top. Just snap its place. Cool. Now that's done, we're gonna go ahead and plug in to our truck side. It's the factory harness. Over here hiding. So just look at your pins, look how they go. Shoot your little snap. Boom, snap. Now I'm gonna push this in as much as I can. I guess I could put the wire back on here to make it look a little nicer, right? So we'll just do that. You could go ahead and use a zip tie too. I'm just using what I got right here in the hand. So, show that down here a little bit. So now we're gonna do this side. So there's two different colors, gray, black, and just gray. Then one's a male, one's a female, so you shouldn't mess that up. So I'm gonna slide this grommet back. Boom. Just like that, all the way. And slide this little weatherproof protector sleeve over the wires. And I'm gonna hook this guy up. Male to female. There you go. Yeah. This thing wants me to curse a little bit. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. Alright, slide this back in place. Alright, go there. Alright, so this only goes one way as far as where this little adapter is lined up, where the 10mm socket, 10mm bolt will go. So it can only fit one way. Just line up. I know they're kind of open, but I guess that's how it's gonna be. They don't really snap onto place. They kind of just go together like that. So. Alright, we got the tweeter in, so now we're gonna go ahead and put this panel back on first. Snap into place. Boom, we're snapped in. Next step is to put this guy in. So, like I was saying earlier, all tabs, you should slide in. Sometimes you just gotta give a little happy giving or just, just tap. Just a little finesse. Okay, that lines up there. And then our hole should line up here. So, we're about to find out if you got it lined up or not. Because if it's not lined up, then the bolt's not gonna go in, right? So. Yes, that's how you get a little confirmation as well too, right? But we look pretty good inside in the weather trim, so it should be golden. Okay. So the 10mm. Give it a little bit of torquey. Ooh, she ain't going nowhere. Now the big mama can hold on to this, You got a little big mama. She ain't 180, she ain't a lady. She ain't gonna break it no more. Alright, just snap it back in place. There you go. Done deal. Okay, today's video is sponsored by Chupacabra Off-Road. No, it's not. I just had to say that because I just got this hat and I really like it. Thanks, babe. Okay, pop this clip. Boom, boom. Okay, boom. So like I said, we can just get this clip out. Pick it up right now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know, it's fucking wet. Anyways, I'll find it right now. Boom, just pop them back in here. Man, these Texas buggies are freaking bugging me now. Cool. See what the other one cut is? We're gonna same thing. Push this pin. Boom, pops out. Set these down here. So you got that. Now we're gonna get this off here. Just get your tool, pulls back. Boom, push right out. Do not be scared. Drill, Phillips. Boom, one. Now we're gonna get one down there. Try to use my drill. No, I can't get it. Cut. It's a little stubby. Boom. Now we're gonna pop these guys out. Boom, boom. So we'll start back here. Stopper. So I'm gonna pop this out here, boom, slide it back and forth, out, work your way down, use your hand, boom, popped out. This is just one plug over here on the back side, press down, boom, it's out. Okay, it's done. Now for the fun part. So, Phillips, this is out. Now let's get a little mean. So you could do this too. You could just fucking go like this. Ball out. You could do that too. You're not too worried about taking this part out. Okay. Set that down. I'm gonna remove this, unplug this. Man, these things are so ugly. They feel like paper too. Get our little front tool. Back speakers are only 3 bolts, 10mm socket. Things out. Cut. I am in love. Night and day difference. Look at that. Way better. Here's little templates. Some little screws. It's gonna be the same process. So we're just gonna go ahead and go straight to it. Let's get this lined up and line cut. Cool, we got the template on. This template lined up a lot better than the one the kit came for the front doors. So we're gonna go ahead and do the plug in the connector here. Boom, it's in. Grab my speaker. Same deal, big connector, small connector. So pretty straightforward. Cool. That's in. That's in. Ooh, this looks a lot better. Okay, so now we are gonna do the same thing we did earlier. We need to provide the screws. These black screws here. And we're gonna put them in here. So the speaker can rest on it. Go ahead and cut. Good. Alright, zoom in. There's like a little cutout here. So I ran my wire through it, pulled it up a little bit. So a little bit of slack. So it won't be so damn tight. Got the 4 screws in there. I went ahead and played it safe and used just a Phillips screwdriver instead of my drill gun. Don't want to slip them down. So realize we don't really need this little screen cover because the door assembly has a little cover, so which makes sense because it was not working out. Okay, continuing on. We're gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on. Good. Right. Went ahead and put these guys on. See a little groove that just pops in. Doo-doo. Put the ball in, slide in, pop. Same deal. Remember, start at the top. Pop right in like that. The hole lines up. Phillips lines up. That's how you know we're doing good. Okay, go ahead and start popping in. 1. Got out. Recording. Same as other doors. Pop this guy in. Push this in. Done. Okay, now we're gonna get our Phillips. This longer one goes right here. Cool. That works good. Alright, so now little stubby, which goes in here. Okay, that's it. Alright, so now the next step is you go ahead and plug this in. Cool. So pop this in, it's here if you want. Doesn't matter where you're going at this point. So you go on this. So boom. See a little cutout that goes in there. Bottom. Line up. Cool, nice and flush. This guy, so little tabs. Push this in. That's it.